You got hit by that jerk.
Hacker.
Live chat. Switch that over to live chat. Did that give me the same? Oh, come on.
I was fucking with one of those guys the other day.
Hair raising narratives. Looks like
Dixie's there.
if I can get my screen over there. Yeah, I know. We buffered for a minute. Oh, we're live, by the way.
Oh, hi everybody.
And what happened
Welcome to the Green Room Chit Chat.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? We're just gonna pretend like you didn't all, y'all didn't hear that, and we'll just start off my normal intro. How you guys doing? Tonight with me, as always, got my lovely co-hosts, Mina and Filia Noctis.
Hello, my beautiful hauntlings. How are you today?
Hello, my necrophiliacs.
And with us, we have a special guest. She just started a YouTube channel. She has her first video up, which is a story written by myself. Silent Composer. Hey, Silent, how's it going?
It's doing really good, PA. How about you?
Not bad. You want to tell the fine people in the chat a little bit about your channel and whatnot?
That's where I was going.
Well, obviously, it's going to be a horror narration. I'm going to be... If people want to submit, I'll happily read their stories. I'm thinking about doing a schedule, which is going to be Mondays, because it just seems to be the easiest to do. There's not a whole lot that I know that we'll probably do at the moment. Like, obviously, like I said, horror narration, but as I get more and more into it, I'm probably going to expand it. But that's just a hypothesis.
Cool. So,
What would you want to expand it into? Good, Mia.
No, I want her to answer your question.
Right now it's like written stories. Maybe do a couple true stories. Maybe do some actual myths, legends that are around the earth. Cover some things that are like that just seem very interesting and very, spooky.
Oh, nice.
Spooky.
Spoopy.
Life is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like... never mind. So you're a baby narrator, which is kind of fun to have on here. We haven't had one... Actually, I think
In a
you're
while.
the first.
Oh, I think we had someone that only had a few. We've gotten a couple people to 100 before.
Honey,
so that kind of constitutes...
She's only got...
Well, 15. I understand that. But she's the babiest baby we've had.
Yes. But that's not
Very
a bad
true.
thing, hon. That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
You got a lot of... From what I heard... Okay, because I did listen to your first narration. You've got a lot of potential. I really enjoyed the story. I already talked to you about what I heard and my pointers. And you're doing it on your phone, which is amazing to me. Okay, that's just... You're doing everything on your phone.
Yep. No computer, no nothing.
There's some other people, like big people, that do their recordings on their phone.
Yeah.
And have been very successful.
Honestly, Silent was asking me for help because the music was a little loud on the second one, but it was overwhelming on the first, and she was asking me for help, but I don't do it on phone, so I had to turn to one of those narrators that do it on the phone, aka Mandy Mortem, because Mandy is uses an
Yeah.
iPhone, so I knew she would know how to help.
Yeah. Okay, so
It generally, I always make the sort of joke. It's like, if I can't help you fix the problem, I probably know someone who can.
oh yeah. And that's the nice thing about this community is if you go to one person, they don't know the answer, they're going to know somebody who does know the answer, and they're going to tag them in on it and say, "Hey,
Right.
I need this answer for this person, and I don't mind being the go-between, but if you can, yeah." I will give the links again in just a second. I'm waiting for my browser to bring me back up to chat because I had to restart it. Please remember to do the likes. Christine is with
I
us.
still can't see who's here. My Chris. It's my Chris.
We have Idiotic
Chris.
Synergy, who I talked to last night in Dustin's server.
Hey, IS.
We have Hair-Raising Narratives.
HRN.
And we have CCG. And do we still have Dexter?
I wonder if those will work.
My cat.
Where did...
Sorry, my cat's in the way.
Now she's got 15 subscribers, guys. Let's. I'm gonna get when I put the links in
Let's
there.
see if we can get her 20. Let's aim for 20.
20.
I don't think that's gonna work.
See,
That's a good 5. That's like what? That would be 25%. 20%.
So, when Silent put out her first video, I went to her channel and she only had 5 subscribers, and I shared her out, and by the end of the day, she must have had 15 subscribers.
Well, I think she actually has 16 because I think I subscribed after I took the picture, which is a bad.
Oh my god. Hey, hold on. Filia, you said get her to 20, right?
Yeah.
She's already there.
She's already there. I just went to her channel. She's already there.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Congratulations.
Well, then let's get her to 25.
And what we're trying to do is the first 100 are the hardest ones to get. And once you've got the first 100, you get a vanity URL.
I'm an 18-year-old female. I live in
Which means you can have it as your name. You can mine is Filia Noctis at youtube.com.
And it's really neat.
So
Because
you can have
get
your
to
name.
choose.
It is. It makes you feel really cool.
And then the next major milestone is actually 500 because that's where you get halfway to 1,000. And then
You unlock your community tab.
And then when you hit 1,000, you can apply for monetization. If you've got 4,000,
from the comfort of your own home. Most
Public
people
watch
continue to
hour.
take blood shots
Thank
when they
you.
go to
Which are pain in the ass to obtain.
well, hey, you're Speedy Gonzalez. You sped right past me. I don't.
But yeah, I'm not even.
That's
But
because
yet
he
I'm not
actually
even
puts out
halfway.
content. And I mean, you put out content,
But
but
it's
you're
been like
but I don't.
it's been like a year since I've put out really anything. But I did put out in the last 2 weeks. I put out 3 videos. So.
Heck, I really need you to stay
That's
off
awesome.
the keyboard.
Hi, kitty. So, I'm checking to see if we've got any new people in the chat. Oh God. It's what brought you to the horror in particular?
You see, when I was growing up, to be honest, I absolutely hated horror. It always got underneath my skin. I absolutely hated it. But as time went on, I started absolutely loving it. To the point where I'll be sitting there listening to urban legends stuff when I'm trying to sleep. It got to that point where I'll sit there and watch, for example, Forensic Files.
Oh, cool. I do
And
that too.
and exactly horror narration. It started with my story that I'm writing, which originally was going to be a gift to PA, my best friend. But as I was writing it, both him and Furberries, they were like, "Hey, you should narrate it." When Furberry said it, I was like, "That sounds a little, it sounds a little preposterous." And then when I said to PA, he was like, "Yeah, you should do it." So I was like, "Okay, I'll do it. I'll become a narrator." So here I am now, with 21 subscribers. Ha, got you. And honestly, I don't know how to feel. I feel a lot of like pent up excitement, but at the same time, it's like, oh my god, I'm actually doing it.
That's actually very
You should
similar.
feel awesome.
That's actually very similar to PA. Because he started writing for everybody. And we're all like, so why don't you narrate it? You should narrate some of these. You should put your own voice behind some of these. And we kept at him and kept at him and kept at him, and finally he did it.
And now he's past all of us.
They broke me.
Yeah, now he's past all of us. Hey, I'm at
Really?
477 this week.
Because they've been brainwashed by the medical establishment to believe
But,
diabetes is a hereditary condition.
Yeah, but yet YouTube YouTube's like, hey, you're not gonna get past the 628 barrier because we said so.
Yeah, it does that, and don't. Okay, I got a very good talking at the other day. Don't get hung up on the subscribers, even though you kind of need them to get monetized when you get up to 1,000. Don't get hung up on subscribers.
Yeah.
Nope.
This is true.
What you need to watch the most is your watches. But don't get hung up on it so that it depresses you, because the numbers are just that. They're numbers. You're the only one that matters as far as the number. You are the only one that matters. If you're enjoying it, if you're doing what you like to do, and you're getting it, that's all that matters. Again, the YouTube game is for viewers. They give you prizes for the subscriber numbers, but it's the views that really count. I know somebody who's got 52,000 subscribers, and his and now you're going to make noise, aren't you? His viewers are like somebody who has 100,000 subscribers. I don't know why people don't subscribe if they come back and they listen so much. I don't understand that at all. But he's like, hey, it's the YouTube game.
Away from me, but that was about it.
You know,
So I'm like,
you really need the viewers more than you need the subscribers. But subscribers are what gets you to monetization. The subscribers is what gets you the buttons and play buttons that they send you.
We got a Spook Boo and we got a Dexter in here.
Dexter's back.
Spooky and Dex, woohoo!
My favorite person.
Dex,
Well, one of my favorite.
Dex said, "FK, I don't know what happened," and I just like YouTube being a bitch.
Yeah, YouTube being a bitch. Yeah, and remember to like and share if you haven't subscribed. Please subscribe to the channel. But yeah, the YouTube game is for views mainly, although they do reward you for subscribers, which makes no sense sometimes. I've seen people with 20,000 subscribers and they're getting less than 100 views on every video. That's a failing channel right there. Oh no, Raven's gonna have to cancel his stream tonight. Dexter, yes.
Why? What happened?
I don't know. He just tweeted.
Where
it.
did you see that at, Mia?
It was a tweet. You want to go look? I can't look. Tweeters being bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yes, I said tweeters being bad.
Tweeter. The tweeters being bad.
The tweeters
being bad.
The tweeter and the twatter is being bad.
No.
I think what I'm gonna do. I say this. I don't know how well I'll be able to keep up with it, but I'm gonna try to keep an eye out for the collabs that are going on. And maybe Filia, you can help me doing that, because I noticed Bad Vibes did his all-female narrator collab, and he only had like 7 female narrators.
I don't even remember hearing about it.
In 22 stories, there were only 7 of us that got into the collab. And I heard about it mid-February and was able to get something done before the 15th of March. I think I sent mine in actually on like the 3rd of March.
A very thick accent.
I don't even remember hearing about it.
But what ended up happening was he had to do all the other stories. And this was a very easy one because he was providing the stories. And to me, that's the easiest ones to do. When
it is.
That's crazy.
So
just no one got a hold of him, or
I don't know exactly what happened. If people just
in the line for it.
I don't know if people didn't see the tweet he put out. He literally put out a tweet and said,
that's crazy.
I want to do another female collab, all female collab. Send me a DM in Twitter if you want to be involved in it.
I had an instant gut feeling that something was
And there were only 7 female narrators that got into it. And myself, Lady Spookaria, 42.
No, Lady Nopingham was there.
Lady Nopingham was actually the first one in the list that read hers. It just made me sad because I know we have way more than 22 female narrators.
So many female narrators.
Let's see, Miss Creepy
And they're
Tales.
all super talented too. And it's like,
yeah, Miss Creepy Tales, Danny Dreadful, Rose Red. That was it. Lady Nopingham, Danny.
Spirit Voices.
Dreadful. No, Spirit Voices was not in it. Miss Creepy Tales.
No, I thought you were naming like. I thought you were naming like female narrators that you knew off the top of your head.
No, these are the ones that were in the collab. 242 Reads, Rose Red, who is new to me. Me.
Yeah, I've never even
Lady
heard of that one,
Spookaria.
that channel either.
She did a really good job. But again, like I said, we've got a lot of female narrators. You hear back in the background because I restarted my browser and I had that window open and it keeps turning on.
Wow. Rose is because I don't even hear anything, so I was like, that's insane. He's hearing something, but I'm not hearing anything.
Why?
Oh, off topic as hell. But I just got a notification from a reaction channel I watch called Knox Hill that says rapper reacts to anime openings for the first time, and I'm like, God, I need to watch that video. It just sounds so great.
Why is
so silent.
Yes.
You said you're gonna try to make a schedule for your channel, and it was gonna be Mondays. Do you have a time that you're planning on uploading your videos?
I don't know yet, because a lot of what I do, even though it isn't a lot, it's usually everything depends on what my family's doing. Because My father's currently going to school to become a CCA. My mother is, and my sister, both CCAs, but my mother isn't working at the moment since she's still recovering from a car accident a couple of weeks ago. Doctors are just terrible people sometimes. Like, since, like, being Canada free healthcare doesn't always mean that it's good healthcare.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah, I've
should
heard
be
that.
said on. Yeah.
But
Oh, is it me?
I've heard that Canada's quote unquote free healthcare isn't always the best healthcare or good healthcare even.
Speaking of now that y'all know that Silent lives in Canada, that's another Canadian narrator we got. We got 242, we got Furberries, we got her, and we got Gothic Rose, and those are the ones that I know live in Canada.
They can have their own club.
Hey, a question on that would be.
And even though he's not narrating right now, 'cause IRL stuff, Silver Threads.
Yeah,
that's right.
But on the other side of it,
I don't think he's narrating, but Onyx Vale.
Yeah.
Oh, Onyx too, yeah.
And Dexter said who's not? Silver Thread's not from Canada? King of Canadian Hill is not from Canada.
Oh my.
That's mean.
Wait, what? Canadian Hill is not from Canada?
I think he actually
you guys
is.
want to hear the funniest shot? Yeah, he is. You guys want to hear the funniest shot that I took at Canada and it made 42 laugh her ass off? We were all on a live stream and we were talking about Canada, and I'm like, listen, we all know Canada is just America, the downloadable content. We all know it.
Is that like there's no such thing as Australia? They're all New Zealanders that are being paid to act like Australians?
Exactly. It's all.
Oh my god!
It's all a conspiracy theory.
You hadn't heard that? Well, there's.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. We're just the DLC.
Yeah, you're just DLC. You're America, the DLC. Dex is trying to convince us all king of Canadian hills from Texas.
Technically, they are Americans because they live in North America. The continent is North America.
That would be like the United Countries of North America.
Well, yeah, because you also have to pick up part of Mexico, and then you got Central America, which is still technically America, and South America, which is still technically America.
Oh, Mia, don't make my head hurt.
I'm sorry.
I have a question. Can we get back to the interview? Because I have a question. I really want to know how you came up with your...
Go ahead. I was just going to tell Silent we get off topic quite frequently here.
Yeah,
we do.
If it's a show that includes you and Filia.
Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes I have to rein them in.
You have to rein us in.
We are a bit of distraction here, but you were saying you wanted to know how Silent got her name.
I do. How did you land on that? Silent.
Yes, sorry. I had to mute. I was talking to my father.
Well, I was just... See, I actually asked her a question and she's not there. She's better with the meanderings. I asked how you ended up with your name.
Oh, this is a very lovable story.
Oh, cool.
Shameless promotion. I'm besides narrating, I'm helping a few people with a comic. And
Oh, cool.
within one of the branches of the comic group, there's we were doing this like little thing, like essentially we were doing our own pantheons. Here's me sitting here trying to think of a name, and one of my good friends, he suggested, why don't you name it Silent Composer? And let's just say I did name a little too much, to the point it was my Discord profile and everything. And finally, when I was customizing my channel to actually, like, being a horror narration, I was sitting there thinking of a name, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was you, Dust, PA.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, it was me.
yeah, that said Silent Composer was a good name, and that's how I came
It
with my
is.
name.
That's cool.
That is awesome. Now, I know that Lycan Trucker got your avatar and I'm going to say stuff and things. Because from Yawman for you, and that was really cool. Although I will warn you, you have to be careful with Lycan Trucker. Be careful what you say
yeah.
around him, because he will
I
end up doing things. Okay,
He has a really big heart, and sometimes it's to his detriment.
yeah.
Yeah. He sometimes loves too much, and then
It's not a
he
bad
has to do.
thing.
It's not a bad thing. We are not bashing on him at all.
No, we love the man, but it's there's just sometimes where, like, for example, a certain someone needed a new microphone, and I was rallying people to help supply funds for said new microphone. And then here comes Breaker with like almost the entire freaking sum of it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's not that it was not appreciated, because it really was appreciated.
It's very much
still is
appreciated.
appreciated. But it was, I had agreed to it if it was more than just one person paying for it, because I didn't want any one person to pay for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I ended up helping finish it off and get. But yeah.
And he comes up and he pays
He's
for the
just-
whole damn thing, and it's just like, whoa, dude. Whoa.
Yeah, he's
I-
too generous for his own good. And he's been so
And it was
generous
like
at times that he has really messed himself up financially.
Yeah. And if you remember me, I waited for a couple weeks before I ordered the mic after he did that, just to make sure that next month he didn't put himself in a hole.
Right. You did do that.
I honestly love Breaker, Lycan, whatever you want to call him. He is like one of the best people that I ever met, because
He's a
If it-
love.
I
He
still call him
absolutely is.
Lewis.
He's good people.
yeah,
Yeah.
one of the people
Has he done Hank?
Everybody knows his name. So,
because it's not just the fact of he paid for the avatar, but he also gave suggestions for a couple apps. Most of them I couldn't use because of the fact that it wasn't exactly what I needed. But he did help me get the production going of
got you there.
recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very generous.
And like I said, he's very generous. He's very loving. He cares a lot. He wants to give a lot. But, it's like he was telling me last night. He just got back to work after being out of work for 2 more weeks because of the heart attacks that he had. And these were back mid last year. And they wanted him to have
Yeah,
another
because his
stress
work
tech.
wanted him. Yeah.
And, you know, he said it was more stressful being out of work and worrying about the bills than it was actually, you know,
Having the heart attack.
having a
Facts
heart
right
attack.
there.
And yeah, it looks like something just happened. I'm not sure what, but something just happened to the stream. And we have a new link. I put it up in if you want to send that out, Destin, please.
Where did you put
I
it?
put it in Traveler's Tavern.
In the server.
Yes.
All right. Just
Did it go down?
It looks like it went down for a moment and it came right back up, but it also gave us a new link. Figure that out. Okay.
Dear.
Let me get this up there. Yeah, hi again. That wasn't on purpose, guys. I don't know what happened there.
I just
You
attached
tripped
it to
over
the tweet that I tweeted
the
out.
cord and pulled it out of the wall.
No, then I would have disappeared from here.
I'm teasing you, honey.
Technically, for how good that people say that it is, for the technical difficulties that come along with it, half of it is just not even worth dealing with.
I don't do other than the Traveler's Tavern now. I don't do a lot of lives. I'm still trying to get comfortable doing them by myself. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Thank
So-
God we got a feathery bird always flying around that in case we need help.
He couldn't even help me last week because we were both going, what the freak? Pretzel is not being right.
Just in case you don't know, Silent, the feathery bird I always refer to as Raven. That man is like he's like
Oh, did he just pop
Lewis
that in?
of the technology world.
Hmm?
Did he just pop in that
The pen?
the collective link?
No, that's me.
Oh, okay.
That's
me.
me. But no, literally Raven is the Lewis of the technology world. If you have any questions regarding technology, usually Raven will be like, yeah, I can help you.
Yeah, Raven's
Just
very
comes
good
in,
at
helps you, and he's like, I'm out.
And the 1 week that I couldn't be online because we had a hurricane, he was able to pick up for everybody and go, which was nice because
Yeah.
it helped us out a lot. Raven is smarter than Lewis.
Raven is literally one of my best friends in this
Oh
community.
my God.
Oh my God, Filia. Oh my
As
God.
much of a big heart as Lewis has, Raven has it too, and Raven has the same technical background I do, except he's younger. And he's
Yeah. Oh.
yeah, he's really good with YouTubes. Did that sound right? YouTube?
Me and Raven became really close friends, and I was just like, I love that bird. We bonded over the fact that we both worked at Blockbuster.
Yeah, they bonded over
Oh,
that.
and what
I
a
still
thing to
remember
bond.
that. I still remember that. He was, hey, what's up, Lone Wolf? He was in I was in one of his very first live streams, and he was talking about how he worked at Blockbuster. Just like, hey, so did I, and we're like Blockbuster Bros, and I was like, yes, that.
Oh my God, I do remember that.
My God. No. That shouldn't be a thing.
Yes.
No.
definitely a thing.
Blockbuster Bros? Or do you not
Okay.
know what Blockbuster is? You sound very young. You might not know what Blockbuster
I think she
is.
knows what Blockbuster is. She's saying that shouldn't be a thing. Blockbuster Bros
Oh.
shouldn't be a thing.
I
It's a
generally never.
nerd thing.
It
Just like-
is. I never personally had it, but in my hometown we had something called movie buffs, which was basically the same thing. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to fully experience it myself, but I do know what it is.
It at the time it was a pretty cool thing being able to go out and get like 2 or 3 movies, keep it for the weekend, you know. It was a cool thing. It was like having the movie theater in your house.
Oh my gosh, Chris.
Does anybody remember that advertisement?
Now
Yeah.
we literally do
Yes.
thanks to technology.
Chris worked at Blockbusters.
Hey! Chris can join the club.
And Lone Wolf, I remember I got my own card because I was over 15. So I got my own card from the family. Yes, $3, 3 movies. And we didn't get popcorn, we got candy, and we got sodas. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was
It was cool.
3 movies, bucket of, and I remember the bucket of popcorn.
Yeah.
They had it right up there at the counter.
Yeah, we knew the guys that
Man,
were running the place.
I miss work.
And they let us get candy because they knew we didn't need the popcorn.
I missed the hell out of working at Blockbuster because they're one of the things you got for working there was you were able to rent 5 free movie rentals a week, and then whenever like new movies came out, you could rent them like a week early. So you could literally watch like a movie a week early before it was released to the public. And I was like, I feel special because I'm watching this a week before all of you.
That was so you could answer questions about the movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't homework for me. It was straight enjoyable.
Well, originally it was so you could answer questions. You were supposed to watch every movie in the place. If you were dedicated enough, so you could answer questions about any movie.
I would go crazy.
Oh, look, I'm
if I
sorry.
watched
I'm not going to
every
watch
movie.
no chick flick. I'm not that dedicated. But I do miss those deals that Blockbuster used to have where it was like get three movies for $20 and they always had like some good movies in there.
When they started switching over and they started selling off, like when they switched to DVD,
Yeah, and they
or started getting the DVDs, they'd sell off the,
My father, when we were younger, time to time, depending on the movie, because of how I was when I was little, he would sit there and download the movies off online onto a disc, just so that we would have it.
We had two VHS machines. Because I would record things and then I would go back and edit them using the 2 machines. You know, taking out like silent spots and everything. Maybe I was doing video editing even then. But
you were doing illegal shit, is what you was doing.
It wasn't illegal because it wasn't commercially available stuff. It was like I had. Oh God, I'm not going to say this, am I? I am. I had piano recitals, and that my father would videotape, and then I would get the tape, and we'd keep the master, which had all the, the space where the person's walking up to the stage to get at the piano and so forth. Had all of that, and I would take those spots out and just have people sitting at the piano, going to sit at the piano, sit down and play. See you later, Lone Wolf. So
Hey, Wolf.
that was something that we had it for. My dad also videotaped things for church, and I would do the same thing for them. So it wasn't that I was doing anything illegal. Hey, September Dragon Audio. But I think that's why I like your banner so much, is because you've got that piano there. You hit my heart with the piano. Silent. Is she still with us?
Speaking of piano, when I was younger, I actually taken piano lessons. And when going through high school and middle school, I played a saxophone.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. To this day, I still memorized a part of Symphony 09 by Beethoven.
Awesome. I don't know if you would remember. I know Filia will remember it. There was a commercial. Piano recitals. There was a commercial for McDonald's when we were teenagers. That was a girl at a piano playing Beethoven, and I can't remember the whole thing, and I won't give any to my dumb brother.
Wasn't that the start of Chicken Nuggets?
I think that was. It was like da 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 da, and she had.
Or there at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And she had a line for every part of it, and that was how she remembered to play it. And she hit the wrong note. Yeah. She goes, "Oops," and broke the singing. Oops, and then went back to. It was so cute. Oh.
Yeah. I think that was something with the chicken nuggets.
I'll have to look and see if YouTube has that old one. See you later, CCG. She's going to her niece's birthday party?
Well, happy birthday to the niece.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Also, since we're saying happy birthday to people, Jellybean and Ray's daughter just turned 17 today, so happy birthday to her as well.
Happy birthday.
Oh wow, you just pretty much let everybody know how old they are.
Oh, actually, no, she put it on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
She put how old her daughter turned on Instagram today.
That explains.
Speaking of which, where are they?
Well, I expect that they're
probably doing birthday stuff with the child.
Oh,
no,
right.
They're awake.
I suppose that's more important than our show.
Well, they haven't been. They've been
I'll give
MIA for a couple of weeks now. And no, I don't mean me. Yeah. They've just been missing.
They were. I think they were here for a little bit last week.
No,
they weren't. I could be wrong, but I feel like they were.
Okay,
they weren't.
Guys, we do have a young lady to interview. We are getting off track again.
Are you?
We are here to let everybody know about her.
No,
I could ask her what her next video is going to be, but you know what? Hey, what's your next video going to be?
It's funny that you asked that. It's ironic that it's you that's asking.
Again.
It's not really ironic. I already know the answer to it.
Yeah, that's.
Well, okay. He's not asking for his personal information. He's asking so you can tell the chat.
I know. But the fact that it's him that's asking.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that it's him that's asking. But, you know...
I just like shameless self-promotion.
Yes, you do. And he does it better than any of us because, you know, I am really bad about it. I actually, in the original stream, I had linked in his last video, Filia's last video, and my last video, because I figured we've got her link up there. They can go to her page and subscribe before they go and see the video. That's what we want you to do, guys. Go subscribe.
Yes.
Go subscribe.
But because me writing is taking a lot longer than I planned, so I've taken a crack at some of Dustin's stories. And the one that I'm going to be doing is already on his channel, but I decided, you know what? Why don't I take a little crack at it, and I'm going to be doing Harvest Day that is written by him.
Oh.
Now,
in all fairness, all the stories that I've written pretty much already on my channel. So,
and that's one of the things about the horror community. We do each other's things, each other's
We do.
stories.
It's not a carbon copy,
Right.
just a different voice.
It's never a carbon copy with just a different voice. There's the different way that we do it. You know what I'm saying? The way I do it would not be the way you did it, or Filia did it, or even Dustin did it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it is neat to see the different emphasis that people put on things. And
oh yeah, and it's never going to be the same. It really isn't.
No.
There is not, unless you actually, and unfortunately we've had some people do this, unless you actually have someone who downloads your story and puts it up as their own, there's nobody's going to have the same take on it as you do.
I do.
Watermarks.
I don't know if anybody else does this, but yeah. So I do, and I don't know if anybody else does this or not. But I do like if, like, say, like I did Bard's story, the Exorcist, for my last video for Monday. I went and listened to how he narrated it, so I knew what each character's disposition would be like, and then I took my spin on it because I wanted to see how if he went like over the top extra, or if he just kind of like, you know, kept it just himself, like his normal narrating voice, just to see how he did it. And then I went and I was like, all right, this is how I'm gonna do it now. Well, it's a reference sheet more or less for me.
Even listening to somebody else and then going and doing it, it's not going to affect the way you do it. I don't know why, but it doesn't affect the way you do it. It's just,
yeah,
you do your own way. I don't know if it's come out yet. Musy has been celebrating her birthday the whole month of March with different collabs and such. It started out with Jensen and her and Dr. Creepin. And I did 2 Poe poems because she said she had to have more than 5 minutes if we did poetry, and I didn't have time to write something for her. And oh no, Infinite. I did Poe the way I wanted to do Poe.
Yeah.
I didn't do Poe the way I always heard people do Poe.
That wasn't that my collab?
No, this went to Musy. I didn't do Poe for your collab.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, I did mine and I did CCG's for your collab.
That's right. I remember now. There was way too many poems in that club. Oh, here's a hint.
Yeah,
if you are just learning how to do editing, don't do a collab. Don't do a collab where you say you're going to do everything and you end up with 50 people as part of the collab, and you end up with almost 100 poems that you have to make title cards for.
Poems or stories. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When you're new and you're just learning how to do this, don't. You may think you're all hot shit, but don't do it. It will literally erase your mind. And make you so crazy.
Given that you're
emotional.
Given you're working on a phone, I would get somebody.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to do that anyway.
Edit it if you were doing your own collab.
Unless she were to have a tablet. If you could get a tablet, you could do it. But anyway.
Like a Chromebook or something?
Yeah.
That might work.
See,
we're thinking, and our thinking turns out to do things for people, guys.
Yes.
Just warning you. This is the community you've walked into.
I've already told Ari that if she ever needs help with editing anything on for her videos, that I'd help her out.
This is the community that you've walked into. We
can't chuck her into the deep end and not give her some a life preserver.
We life preserver. Hell, there's like 30 lifeguards in the pool when we chuck you in.
It's like we've had people who have needed mics, and this one's got an old one that they used when they started out, and they're not using it anymore. It's just sitting there gathering dust, so they'll mail it to them.
Did that for 42.
Yeah, I mean it happens all the time in this community.
I ended up getting my whole setup. Remember, a couple of years ago.
Yep.
I got my mic stand, my audio box, cords. I had the computer, but I got everything else, and that wasn't used either. They ended up giving money to a GoFundMe, so I got everything new.
And
eventually,
which was so generous. It was like $200. It was so generous. And my head.
They helped. I just recently got help of being able to afford the new desk chair that I'm currently sitting in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my old, literally my old chair, whenever I would sit in it, would just kill my back.
Your back. You should feel my leg right now. But eventually you want a laptop or a computer.
Hey. What is up here?
I was gonna say, what were you about to say? Because you said eventually something.
Eventually, whenever I am able to, I'm gonna try to get a desktop. I'm currently trying to do this while also trying to figure out what I'm gonna be doing for a career, and essentially try to make money so that I can make this an actual thing. Because everybody has to start from somewhere, right?
Right.
So, but with a big mess that I'm currently in, it's just gonna be like, oh my god. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna be getting a desk. Sometime hopefully I'll be able to get my license, go to school, get a nice job that pays well, and maybe then my schedule might change. Maybe I won't be able to do it exactly when I want to. Doesn't mean that it won't happen. Everything will eventually happen, just not right away.
I have to do this.
You know what I mean?
Just
have a new subscriber.
Even when your schedule changes, just make sure you try to keep a consistent schedule, because it will appease the YouTube gods. If you just upload it random, it'll hurt the growth of your channel.
Yes. Yes.
Being consistent is such a great way to grow your own channel.
Yeah.
I don't know where I learned that from.
Not me.
Well, I used to tell everybody that, but
I learned that from the Birdman.
I have to do this. We have
I
a new
learned
subscriber.
that from the Birdman.
The Nevermore has a new subscriber.
Oh, awesome.
And it's from a community on YouTube that I'm part of, that is outside the horror, kind of outside the horror community. Some of them do true crime as well, so they kind of get pulled in there. But the name of the channel is Mystery Soviet Theater. Kind of a mystery science theater, but using the Soviet, sovereign citizens and First Amendment auditors.
MS3K.
Yeah.
MST3K.
Right. And honestly, they are that community is just as wonderful as the horror community. I wish it had more intertwining than it does right now. But he just started the channel yesterday, and he's got a short up. So, it's really cool that he came and subscribed to us, and is probably lurking. But that's okay. Lurking's fine. We don't mind him.
Some of us like the strong, silent type.
Crazy Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Strong, silent type. Yeah.
It was a double entendre play on words. I thought that was awesome. PA, you should have appreciated that.
We've also got Dark Somni, and he's kind of the silent type as well. There's Pimp Demon.
What's up, Pimp Demon? How you doing, man?
But that I had to bring that up, and I also wanted to mention, and I cleared this with everybody earlier. Guys, send some positive vibes and energy to Bathsheba right now. She really needs it, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. She just really needs it. So send her positive energy and vibes, guys.
She's an OG member of the family
community.
Yeah.
And she just moved. I will say that. She just moved. They don't even have internet in the house yet. So all she can only get on with her.
She's one of the horror honeys.
Yeah, she's one of the horror honeys. And anyway, back to Silent Composer.
Yes.
Yeah, we've asked her all of 4 questions?
No, we've asked her more than that. You're already writing your own story for the channel, right?
Yeah, I'm currently, and I have some stories that I have on the process of coming up with ideas for.
Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I would put those in a separate playlist from the ones you do for other people. Basically, so
yes, absolutely.
They stand out a little bit more, and the ones you do for other people stands out on their own as well. It's kind of a, if people are looking for PA stories, and they know you've done them, they can find them there.
Right. Yeah, that's just plan on.
So you've got your crowd collaboration list. You've got your own stories list. You've got other people's stories list.
It's just
the big thing that I want to promote when it comes to my own videos versus the videos I make that are other people's stories. I want to plaster their name as much as possible. And it's not because I'm like, oh, I feel like I should. No, it's because I have my own anxiety with the fact of, oh, they're going to get, someone's on the edge of the earth is going to be like, oh, she's just copying PA stories. Oh my god.
No.
Swear to God, I ever see that, I'm going to go full apocalypse mode on their existence. I will upheave their life in a way that they wish it would never have been upheaved.
And you will find that most of the, dare I say, big names are very, very into helping the quote-unquote little people. Now, I ran into somebody who was like, oh, you're in the horror community. Do you know Nightmare? Not Nightmare Files. Mr. Nightmare? And I said, I know him as far as listening to his content, but nobody's really ever talked to him because he doesn't talk to
Yeah, talk about this
we
the
don't,
strong silent type. Wow.
Right?
He's one of the strongest silent types. He doesn't actually talk to anybody. Anybody. He posts his content, and that's it. I don't know if he's very has a lot of social anxiety or what. It's not that he doesn't have the talent. It's just, and he's an OG horror narrator.
Oh yeah, he's been doing this a long while.
You know, but if you go to Let's Read or Jensen or Dr. Creepin, they'll bend over, or Slumber, Bad Vibes. They're going to bend over backwards to help you if they can. Get you seen, get you out there. Be careful on the number of collabs you pick up at one time. Because that
she says this, and I literally just had like 5 on plate at the exact same time, and I'm just like, I gotta knock some of these off.
My first year, it was in October, and I said I'm not doing any collabs until after January. I ended up in 8, I think, before the end of the year.
Oh my god.
I still gotta
do it to yourself.
I still gotta do one.
Yeah, I was like, what am I doing to myself?
I still have to do 2 more yet.
So yeah,
I feel that because I just say yes.
I mean, 42 was so backed up with collabs. We actually told her she had to take no more collabs for a while. You're not allowed
yeah, and
to collab.
that's something else that your friends will do, is we will put restrictions on you because we love you. And there are times when you need a friend to go, it's good. It's good enough. Stop working on it.
I won't put restrictions on you, but I will be like, if you take this on, you're getting it done, and I will ride your ass until it's done.
Well, the other thing is what she's talking about with the let it go. I heard her telling me that when I was working on that last video. I could hear her in my head. I'm going, I don't like this picture. I want a better picture, but I can't find anything better. And I'm hearing Filia go, it's good. Let it go. And she's not even talking to me.
In fact, I was in VC with her, Filia, and she said, she said that she's like, I can hear Filia just going, stop. It's good enough. Let it go.
And Filia's a mommy to us at times, and a big sister to us at other times.
Yeah.
And we've got some baby does.
I know that sounded harsh when I said I'll ride your ass until it gets done, but I'm a very firm believer that if you say yes, you're now in an obligation to get it done, and you need to get it done.
The only thing that will keep me from getting it done
just a word
is if I'm physically unable
is
to.
Your health, and that's understandable. And that's understandable. But I generally, when I take a collab one, I like to same day that shit. Like if I say yes to you, generally as a rule, you'll get it same day.
The next time I record, whatever that is, I will try to get it all done. Get her done.
Get her done.
I can hear Infinite Psychosis saying that after last night.
So
Okay. So
how many go ahead.
No, I want to see which one you were going to ask.
We're all about to ask a question at the exact same time.
How many members of the horror community did you know before you came in, other than Dustin?
Before I start talking to everybody, or let's just say before I knew PA, can I count PA?
Yeah, what's up?
Can I technically count you know who?
You're gonna have to give me more than you know who, because there's a lot of you know who's. Oh yeah, Mr. Grim Reaper Pasta. Yeah, you can count him.
Yeah, you can count Kenny.
Yeah, I think he's narrated a couple of things.
Yeah, he has.
I've met him through Xbox one day. I was just there scrolling on Halo, looking on some group posts, and I seen his, and I was like, oh, okay. And I've known him since. I've talked to him, well, mostly frequent. And then that's how I met PA. And through PA, I've met, well, obviously you two. I've met CCG. I met Wendigo, Dax, Infinite.
Probably T.
Breaker.
I am the most social, antisocial person you'll ever meet.
Yes, he is.
I will rival you on that.
Oh no! See, here's the thing. I will socialize on here with everyone. But if you get me IRL, I will lock myself in a small room and hide from the world.
See, I do that.
You talk to people online.
I do the exact same thing.
But you make me have a face-to-face encounter. I'll just be I'll be looking at my watch like, is it over yet? Is it over yet? Is it over yet? Can I go? Can I leave?
You better not do that if we ever meet. You better not.
Nah, I wouldn't do it to you. We're friends. Not strangers that I don't want to have to deal with. Here's a fun example. Me and my girlfriend were grocery shopping today. She's like, I like to go to a real person because I don't get paid to do this. And I'm like, I like to go to the automated things because I don't want to have to deal with people. But my question for you, Silent, was so other than the volume problem, what was the hardest part of uploading the video from your phone?
The thing that I wanted to do, which I physically couldn't, was do it in one take. Just start from finish.
Honey.
And then I learned very quickly it was not going to go like that.
No. There's so many of us that want to do it in one take, and it's just not going to happen. Let it go.
Where I had to. It was just a small, 3-minute story, and because I kept messing up because I was so anxious, I was sitting there vaping CBD just to keep myself calm.
Oh goodness.
That was me calm doing that. And I was still racing, I was still messing up. It was to the point where I had to record the lines, each paragraph at a time. And even then, it was like, oh my god, please tell me it's over yet.
Okay, so...
But see, you did it. You made that first one.
Yeah, you made the first one. Yeah. Everything else will be easier. As far as taking it,
that was the hard one.
What made me get over that was going to Let's Read's live streams. I think the highest I've ever actually seen is he usually has somebody in there counting his mistakes. The highest I think I've seen it is 125. Okay, and this is over maybe 7 or 8 different stories. But that made me understand that nobody gets it perfect the first time. Nobody gets it perfect all the way through. It's, something we go through. You have to edit those
Yeah.
files.
Yes, that we all
save
go
your
through.
really funny mistakes though,
And
so you can make a blooper reel.
Yeah, and then my advice on a blooper reel is start now. Just make an audio file, and every time you record, have that there so that whenever you clean up your bloopers, you can drop them into that reel or that file.
Yep.
If I do, like, how many, like, different, like, stories eventually might do, like, a little, like, blooper skit here and there. Then, lifting up some spirits.
Well, but you don't want to have every single mistake in there, because not every single mistake is funny. You just want the really funny ones.
You just want the really funny ones. The ones that are, haha, funny.
Or if you make the same mistake, say the word wrong like 5 times in a row. And you're like, fucking really? You're talking to yourself, but you're still on mic. You're like, fucking really? You know how to say this word.
There was a word and I can't remember.
And you say it again in context. And I
can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
in the last one I recorded, I kept saying it wrong. Or like 10 takes, I said it wrong. And I'm going, what the heck? I can say this word.
I had one that I saved because I was listening to it and it made me laugh. And it was like, I want to say the word I know, and for some reason my brain just broke and I was like, I knew. And I'm like, what the fuck did you just do, brain? Did you just like reset yourself? It's like, I knew. All right, I'm back.
Although I can...
No, it was just skipping.
What?
Got stuck in a groove.
I can tell you that the funniest bloopers that I've ever heard were Rando Calrissian's on the audio he sent me for one of the videos that we did together. For the only video we did
Oh god,
together.
I remember those. Those were fucking hilarious.
At one point, his dog came in, and you could hear his collar because he was moving around, and his collar was making noise. And he says, "Come here, you're messing up my recording." And he's still recording while. And he took the collar off, and you could literally hear him taking the collar off. And he says, "Okay, now you can walk around." It was so funny.
Now you're allowed to be in here.
Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember that because Mia sent it to me. She's like, you got to hear this.
Yeah, my cat will come in and headbutt my mic. So there'll just randomly be a thunk. Come on, you're killing me.
Your cat likes to sit on your keys.
She does. My cat will type to people. Which then she blocks the screen, and then I can't see what the words are that I'm supposed to be recording.
See, I can't use that question because you're a new narrator, so yeah.
I was going to go with the easier ones, like, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Well, actually, I'm going to...
No, I'm asking that question.
Oh, okay.
Silent. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh no, my moral dilemma.
It's always a good answer is pizza. A good answer is always pizza because you can just make that so many different ways that it would be hard to get tired of pizza.
No, you could get tired of pizza.
Or you can make, or you can just say pie, so that way pizza pie and pie can count. So technically you get 2 foods in one. I've looped all your question.
One thing that I probably would say would be either Chinese, like any type of Chinese food,
Mm-hmm.
or pizza, because I actually did once a day, 5 days a week for a full year in middle school. Every day I ate something pizza related for lunch. It was to the point where the exact same pizzeria I would go to every day memorized my order to the T.
It's cool.
I've had places do that to me before.
I've had places do that to me.
All right, so I'm gonna ask my fun question.
Oh boy.
Because, why not? Hey, Ari. So, God damn it, I fucked up. Hey, Silent.
As well.
She's got me 3 times. She's doxed me 3 times. She's got Mia, you can just edit that out later, right? But Silent.
Live.
So you find yourself in a brand new hellscape, where alligators and crocodiles can. As a whole, how does humanity fare?
Let's just say, lots of arson, a lot of guns, and there might be a fighting chance. Just maybe a few grenades here and there, maybe a blowtorch, maybe a lot of blowtorches, maybe a full-on inferno, burn a couple forces, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Every time I ask that question, I just have a picture, or like it's like a movie in my head where you just hear this, like it's a freaking helicopter just coming at you, and next thing you just look up and you just see this freaking just like alligator or crocodile just flying straight at your ass, about ready to bite off your head.
I mean,
your body's still standing there, but your head's gone.
I'm just seeing dragons coming next.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you
Dragons
extend the neck and
next.
such of it, then we already have depictions in medieval fantasy. Just fantasy in general. I don't know why, but they like fixating on dragons. It's to the point that there's different types of dragons. And if you mess up one, if you get a super nerd, they'll go down on you like soccer. No, like a soccer dad at a Super Bowl with a nice keg of beer.
Yeah, that's what I haven't heard.
I can just picture someone as one of those alligators are flying at him, just legitimately just pulls out a sword, just gets on one knee and just guts this alligator with the sword as it's flying by. What kind of samurai shit did you just pull off?
Yeah, really, dude. I want to, and I have to credit Let's Read and Jensen for this. The one piece of advice that I have given as many narrators as I know, when they ask me what's the one piece of advice that you have never forgotten and always used, and it was the best advice you ever got, other than the mirror from Gothic Rose, chapstick and water.
Oh my. It's just water on its own does wonders when it comes to like doing recording.
Yes. But chapstick, because it cuts
I like
out
chapstick makes my lips tacky.
But it cuts
I don't like chapstick.
I like to use
cuts out the mouth sounds.
I like to use beeswax. It's like a lip balm, but it's made of beeswax, and it's amazing.
Hurts bees?
No, it doesn't hurt bees.
Yep. I'm like this stuff works miracles.
But some kind of lip balm or chapstick or something like that to use for your lips to get rid of that mouth noise that comes from your lips hitting each other. Best advice I was ever given. And I guess the mirror was, if you want to get the emotions and everything, use a mirror and watch yourself while you're recording. Watch your expressions, because the expressions you're making on your face are the ones they're going to hear in your voice. They can hear you when you smile. They can hear you when you frown. If you're not feeling good and you're sitting there just doing it like, they're going to hear that in your voice, even if you're trying to mask it. If you feel like blah,
yeah,
they're going to hear it.
There's a point in one of the stories, and someone's like, "You just sounded like you were pissed," and I'm like, "That wasn't the emotion I was conveying," but I'm like, at this particular moment, yes, I was a little pissed, and I went on this like 20-minute rant about the fact that it was like towards the end of one of the stories, and I had like less than 5 minutes to record, and my sister and her boyfriend came upstairs, and I was like, "Can you guys be quiet for like 2 minutes? I literally just have like one more paragraph." It took me like 4 hours to get that last paragraph done because they were being noisy as fuck, and I was just like, I was literally about to kill someone that day because it was an hour-long story, and I had already been at it for like 6 hours.
Filia, what would be your advice?
Yes, dear.
We're giving you advice.
Well, I agree with the lip stuff. I agree with the water. I don't. Some people say, "Oh, they have a soda or something." I don't like having soda because it makes me burp. Because I don't drink soda very often. So I say no soda. Coffee, especially if you've got creamer, will coat your mouth. Make it kind of weird. So I just stick with ice water. The mirror idea is great.
Problem with dairy in general is, and they'll tell singers this, I learned this when I was taking voice. Oh shoot, that was supposed to come out.
One of the best things you could
Makes your
do.
throat icky.
They'll tell you don't drink or eat dairy for an hour before you perform, because it coats your vocal cords. See you later, Chris.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
But
Hey.
if you for some reason you're feeling your throat's feeling a little scratchy and you want to have something warm before you record, hot tea and honey.
Tea with, yeah.
And another thing I picked up from Raven, some people say it makes more mouth noises. For some reason, I think it makes my audio come out clearer. Brush your teeth before you record.
I do that. I don't know where I got
it makes
that
your teeth slick. Makes your teeth slick, and your lips will move easier across it. If that makes any sense.
And
Don't
just
chew
in
gum.
general, slow down. Yeah, I was gonna say just general. Don't slow down, because in your head you read a lot faster than you do when you're reading it out loud. So pre-read your story a few times out loud. So that way you can get used to saying it slower. You can get used to the emotion that you would convey in the story, and then
it's your own work. You are allowed
just make sure
to make edits when you read it out loud, because sometimes
I've already told her that she can edit my shit as long as she doesn't change the story.
Well, no, I'm talking about her own work. It's like I told you the same thing. Read it out loud before you finish it up. That is disgusting, Dexter.
What did Dex do?
Preparation H for smooth.
Preparation H for smooth. That's fucking funny.
But sometimes with your own writing, you get so into the writing and you hear it so much in your head that what you actually write doesn't come out the same. So you miss a word here or there in your typing, or your sentence structure may be. I noticed in Young Klina, I said size and sign back to back almost, and it sounded like I was saying the same word, even though I wasn't. I also said shawl.
Yeah.
Shawl a couple of times, which were really, really close. And yeah, those would probably be things that if I was going back and editing that story, I would probably try to find a way to change that. But like Filia said, leave it alone.
So whenever I'm narrating one of my stories, even if I have read it out loud, which I generally always, when I record my own stories, they never come out like word for word exact, because I will just go, I will say something and my brain will go, that sounds better, so we'll just keep trucking. That is little shit that I change, but then I'm like, you know what? I wonder if anybody's ever listened to my narrations of stories, then listen to someone else's narration of my story and go, why is there slight variations here?
Because when I'm narrating it at myself, I sometimes will correct things that I missed draft. And that's what we do.
Because my brain will say, I like this better. We're doing this.
Yeah. That's why I say when I put out my own stuff, I worry about it because they're never really complete in my head. If that makes sense.
Pia.
Yo.
That's how I feel with your writing sometimes. When I was reading the Pact,
that one, in all fairness, that one wasn't properly edited, and I wrote it in an hour.
I know, but
because I'm sure you noticed the difference, because whenever you read
I read
Harvest Day, you're like, I bet you're like, this is so much better.
I was sitting there like, wow.
I love the way
story
you did
that doesn't have a mistake.
Yeah, I love the way you did the minute his feet touched the ground, he came to life. That was good. There was a lot of
I told her
that was good.
I told her, I'm like, I was like, all right, if you have any issues with any of the wording, just change it around and make it to whatever's easier for you to say.
Okay, so we're at this point. We're actually past this point. Boric acid and nitroglycerin. Oh, that's infinite.
I got a notification in another friend's server, and I was just like, and it was nothing to do. Like, it has something to do with me, but I was just being a smartass, and I'm like, for Fireball. Ari will get that reference.
So, do you have a question for us?
A big question that I probably might or may not be thinking of right on the spot of my head.
Yes.
What made you guys, become a author or a narrator, whatever you are? Because to be honest, I can't fully remember what you guys do.
Well, you heard that, Dustin spent 3 years writing one story, and he was writing other stories in the meantime, and we were all benefited from it, and he was doing voice work for us. And we're like, dude, you need to do your own stories. And we kind of bullied him into it. Was that what you would say?
Yeah, they bullied me.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't a mean
We bullied you. No, we did not bully you.
Exactly.
We convinced you it would be in your best interest.
Intense.
No, you guys bullied me.
Peer pressure.
Okay.
Peer pressure.
Yes, intense peer pressure.
It was focused love.
Yes.
Focused love.
Focused love.
Yeah. Focused. The keyword is focused.
And Filia's been in this game longer than
It was
than
love
Ori,
with a
so...
purpose.
Yeah, in a while.
So what brought you into it?
Well, I started listening for pain relief because I have a lot of chronic pain issues. And there are times when you hurt so bad and you're just waiting for the medicine to kick in. And you can't like physically do anything. So you've got to occupy your mind. So I started listening to the stories. And then I heard at the end of one of the stories, hey, listen to my live stream. And I went, live stream? What's that? So I went to one and I met CCG because I was asking questions. And CCG started answering my questions and she and I became friends. And then I started, hanging around doing the Discord thing. And she started a Discord channel and she started inviting all these people and I got to know them. And after having so many people tell me that I have a good voice for narrating, I very quietly on the side recorded a poem. And I had someone do a little bit of minor editing on it. And I played it for the group. Just, hey, what do you guys think of this? And everybody went nuts. They're like, you have got to start doing this. So I was kind of peer pressured into it too.
Not as bad as Dust. PA.
I was definitely bullied into it by 42. She definitely bullied my ass into it.
Yeah, she did a
In
lot.
fact, she not only bullied
she did
me,
a lot more of the harassment.
but not only did she bully me, not only did she bully me, she fucking straight up just Jedi mind tricked my ass. She's like, oh yeah, I'll show you and help you how to figure out how to make a video. And then she's like, oh, it's made up and it's already up. It's already ready to go. Why don't you just upload it to the YouTube?
Yeah.
It's like, motherfucker, I see what you did there.
I have another question.
Well, I'll
Go ahead.
When you guys were...
I could give you my answer. But go ahead and ask the other questions.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No. Answer. I'll big gun up to your head.
I don't know how many people actually know this. Hi, Dark Horse Tales. Welcome back, Hair Racing. I haven't been very quiet about the fact that I have multiple sclerosis, relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis. Most people know that. It's not something I go and broadcast out to the world, but it's also not something that I am quiet about.
She doesn't hide it.
Right, I don't hide it, but I don't.
But she doesn't broadcast it.
And I have a granddaughter. Most everybody knows that because I can't shut up about her.
She's the bee's knees.
She is. She's my baby. I was taking care of her one afternoon, and she wanted me to read her a story. And I picked up Edward Gorey's tiny... I can't remember the name of the book. It's sitting over by my bed still. But it's his alphabet that he did. And we started going through it and reading it. And of course she was like 3 or 4 at the time. So she really wasn't reading. I was reading and she was looking at the pictures and going, oh, that's cool, And if you've ever read Edward Gorey, you know that it's quite horror related. But she wanted me, her mom showed up as we were starting to read Grimm's Fairy Tales, and I started thinking about it, and when we went when I was like 12 or 13, we went up to Indiana to meet my dad's side of the family, which I'd never met. And my dad took cassette tape recordings of family members up there who are no longer with us. He still has those tapes, and he's still able to listen to those family stories and hear them from their point of view, their voice. And after she left, I was thinking, I want her to hear my favorite stories. I want her to hear my stories, my poetry. I want her to hear them in my voice, the way I want them done. And that's why I started my YouTube channel. That's why it's so scattered, kinda, with all the different stuff on it. Because while it all has a central theme, it's all my voice. And I wanted her and any other grandchildren or great-grandchildren that I have to have that, because this disease is going to kill me. I know that. Nobody ever actually dies of MS, but they die of complications of something else with MS. And that's why I started my channel. And yes, it sounds very morbid, and I know it does, but yeah, I know there was a 5-minute warning about a half hour ago. Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't given you permission to die yet.
I'm gonna live for the next 400 years, so you know, I'm refusing to die until then, at least.
Oh, not me. I don't want 400 years of pain.
Well,
I'm kind of over this pain shit.
I don't like the pain either, but I don't want to leave.
Not even joking. If someone came to me right now and said 50-50 chance, immortality or death, and I'm like, bet, let's go.
There's a difference between immortality and eternal life. I would much rather have eternal life. Just saying.
Well, that would be the circumstance. I would ask a few questions to make sure it's the sort of immortality I want. But if it's the sort of immortality I want, I'd be like, bet, let's go. Even with 50% chance odds, yes, let's go.
Okay, so
I like my odds.
What's your other question? Now that I brought everybody.
What's the biggest thing you worry about when you're recording and such?
For me, it's that I won't have done, especially for live authors, that I won't have done a good enough job that they are happy with what I've done. And even for the dead ones.
Yeah, I think you always worry about doing the story justice.
I want to do the story justice, not only with my voice, but with the and mine's a little different than everybody else's. I don't know if you've watched my channel, but my videos are a little different than everybody else's. And the images that I choose, that wraps into that as well.
I worry about my voice a lot.
But you've got a great voice.
I got COVID, and my throat still does weird stuff. My voice is not the same as it was at the beginning of the show. So if I can't keep my voice consistent through a show, how am I going to keep my voice consistent if I'm recording?
Everybody was mistaking me for you last week.
Really?
And I don't think our voices are that similar.
No, the fact that I'm hearing both of you at the same time, no, it's not even close.
Okay, Dustin, your turn.
What was the question?
What is the biggest thing you worry about when you're doing
My brain.
Your videos?
Oh, the noise in the house. Definitely. This house likes to fuck me over when I'm trying to record and make weird ass noises for no reason.
I'm waiting for him to have a good.
So now I gotta then I have to and then I have to obsess over it, like I have to go back and listen to most of the story every time I record. I'm like, did anything get in this up? Did anything get here? And if so, where did it get? Because I'm gonna have to redo it from right there, and it's just a pain in the ass. It makes recording longer.
Yeah.
I never technically answered Ari's Sika's first question about how we all writing and narrating. I actually got into writing because I had a really cool concept for a story. And I started writing it, and my little sister was like, "Hey, Miss, I don't freaking remember her name. It was either Dunstan or Norpal. Said that when you were in high school, you had a real knack for writing very creative stories. They said your punctuation wasn't the best, but they said every time you wrote a story for them, it came out amazing." And I was just like, really? I wish somebody would have fucking told me this years ago. I would have probably had 10 books written by now.
I'm sorry. It was just really funny that the teacher said, your punctuation's not that good.
Yeah, after we.
That translates to he doesn't use punctuation.
What punctuation?
No, that translates to I randomly just throw punctuation where I think it goes.
I've edited his stuff before.
I've gotten a lot better since I started actually writing, frequently.
That's good.
For the writing, I started writing in kindergarten.
Kindergarten?
The first poem that I ever wrote was about a pink elephant. And it was only 5 lines long, and I can't remember it right now. But I've got it around here somewhere. It's in a box, probably. It may be faded because I think it was in pencil. But yeah, that was my first poem. I think I had 3 poems out of that year. One was about a lunch box. Don't ask me. I was one of those strange kids,
I'm sorry, but kindergarten.
Yeah.
I know. She always has to do everything
No,
she's an overachiever.
She's
type A.
Me
I
taught
myself how to write letters before I started school because I got the encyclopedia.
Me is a bit extra.
I looked.
I'm sorry, but I was barely learning how to speak.
I was angry that they wouldn't let me write cursive in first grade. Yeah.
Right. She told me. But if you want something that's funny, Silent, when I was in high school and middle school, people would bully me, and I always knew I was smarter than all of my classmates, even though my grades didn't reflect it. So what I would do is I would read the dictionary for new and inventive ways to insult my bullies, and I would insult them in a way that they got so confused that they would literally leave me alone. Then they come back 3 days later. Did you call me stupid? And I'm like, it took you 3 days to answer that question. I think we all know the answer now, don't you? And they would punch me in the face.
I mean,
what that makes me think of? That scene in Romeo and Juliet is, did you bite your thumb at me? I bit my thumb in your general direction, but I don't think I bit it at you. But I did bite my thumb.
In your general direction.
Yes, that's very Ed Gein infinite. That's very Ed Gein infinite.
What did Infinite say?
I taxidermied a little boy and his spine turned into a mic stand, his flesh processed and fed to future hostages in the form of rigor mortis sandwich and maggot pies. Like I said, that's very Ed Gein.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what did I expect? It's infinite of all people.
Okay,
Of
so
course. No one's infinite.
we do have to wrap this up. So is there any other question that's come to mind?
No, that was all.
Okay. Since you haven't been here to do it, Filia, would you like to do the commercial?
Commercial. Sure.
Just in case there's anybody before we do the commercial, just in case there's anybody who new who popped in and hasn't done so already, please go check out Silent Composer's channel. She's a brand new narrator, only has one video out, but she's in the works of making more. Go show her some love. That's an order.
We need to get her up to 100 subs so she can get Vanity URL. Then we'll just keep moving up, right?
Yeah. We'll just keep her going and going and going. Yeah, she's good, guys. Check her out.
I'm gonna put her drop.
Did we make it to 25?
I don't know.
We made it to 3.
We made it to 30?
23.
Whatever.
23.
Whatever.
23.
All right, now that means several people in chat have not gone and subscribed.
I don't know. She was at 15 when we started, and now she's at 23.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
So, Gamma says she's
lurking,
he's lurking.
Oh, well, shh, this show's over.
Well, not until you do the commercial.
Not until I do the commercial. I just, hey, if you like what we do on this platform, you can also have a show on the Nevermore Collective. You can, if it doesn't quite fit on your channel, use our channel. We can do it live. You can record it, pre-record it. You can talk about just about anything. You can do gaming, whatever blows your little skirt up. All you have to do is get in touch with As the Raven Dreams, or PA Nightmare, or me, Filia Noctis, or Mina, or 42 Reads, and ask questions.
Midnight Researcher.
And Midnight Researcher. And we've got several shows going on already. We've got the Traveler's Tavern and Grave Matters. And I'm not sure what the one tomorrow morning is called. Mia.
The Nevermore Nerds.
The Nevermore Nerds.
The Nevermore Nerds.
Right. So check it out. If you want to be on our channel, we will welcome you.
Yeah, and tomorrow they are.
Especially check out the Nevermore Nerds, because if you haven't, Barty Poo. What are they doing?
They're doing a recap tomorrow.
Yeah, Barty Poo.
Barty
Poo is Seraphine and Midnight Bard. He's my Barty Poo. Show him love.
Now wait a minute.
Barty.
We can't do any dark web stuff on here. Remember that.
Oh, right. No dark web stuff.
But yeah,
sorry, I'm not one of those people that does dark web stuff, so I don't think about it.
I'll dark web my foot right up your ass. That was a fun thread. I like that thread.
You could do stories of red rooms as long as they were edited to a certain amount so that it wasn't too bad, but I don't think that you could actually do a red room here.
Yeah, you just said red room and my brain went to Red Robin, and now I'm hungry.
Ooh, Red Robin. Good.
Feel that indeed.
All right, so we can go. We can all, including our listeners, can go eat. Then listen to Drowning Pool sing "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor." Though I think my granddaughter sings it better. Anyway.
Nobody sings it better than Drowning Pool. You stop with that blasphemy.
She likes to sing with Drowning Pool. So, and let's lower our head for a moment for the. Now I can't think of his name. He was the drummer for Foo Fighters that died yesterday.
Foo Fighters. Yes.
It's also mourn the loss of the lead singer of Drowning Pool who died so long ago, but let's still mourn his loss.
Yeah. So many people to mourn. So
What? It made me sad when he died.
Made everybody sad. Made everybody sad with Freddie Mercury.
Okay, let's mourn the loss of Robin Williams.
Oh yes.
Yes, that guy was a legend.
Oh, that's still.
I learned something
hurts.
I didn't know about him today. Did you know that when every time he made a movie, he made the producers hire at least 10 homeless people to be extras in the film?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Did you know?
Makes me love him so much more.
I know, it makes him so much
Did you
better.
know he was friends with Coco, the signing gorilla, and every chance he got, he would go and visit her?
I remember seeing him visiting her, so I knew that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All
just
right.
remember.
We need more people like him in the world.
Yeah, we do. Just remember, once you join the collective, you can leave. Nevermore.
You can leave. Nevermore.
Nevermore.
The heat is scorching. Forests burned up. The sky colors red. Volcanoes erupt. The world as we know it will no longer be there. Water is gone. A new era has begun. Prepare yourself for the apocalypse.